Shalom, everyone. The fourth chapter of Women's Prayer and Women's Mitzvot talks about something that we already learned in terms of men, but Rabbi Melamed has a specific um, understanding how it affects women. So, the first halacha in Shulchan Aruch or Chaim, first, very first halacha, the very first volume, one must become strong like a lion to arise in the morning to serve their Creator. And this is based on a Braita in the Gemara where Rabbi Yehuda said that Yitgaber Ka'ari, be strong like a lion, and Ratz Katzvi, run like a deer, and be light as an eagle, Kal Kanesher, to do Hashem's will. And so the beginning of this idea of the lion, for he should be the one who awakens the dawn, which is based on a verse in Tehillim where it says, Ayira Shachar, where David HaMelech says as part of his want, as part of prayer to Hashem, that he'll be able to be there for the service of Hashem even before the dawn. And amazingly, it's connected to our parsha where the man slash angel that wrestles with Jacob also says that he needs to go because dawn has risen. So the way that one gets up in the morning largely indicates her spiritual and emotional state and influences her functioning throughout the entire day. One who has purpose in life wakes up driven and filled with alacrity to face a new day. She usually wakes up early in the morning so she can accomplish more throughout the day. However, one who has lost her moral bearings and sense of mission has lost the reason for living and has no challenge that makes it worth getting up in the morning. She therefore feels fatigued and distressed in the mornings. Only when left with no choice does she finally wake up, late and sluggish, to another dull and despondent day. Rabbi Melamed is not saying that this is more common with women than it is with men, but this is just a description of the opposite of what we're talking about. So, nevertheless, if she were to bolster her faith and arise eagerly, vitality and joy would ignite her spirit, and she would be able to start her day invigorated. And therefore, the most practical advice is the Achronim recommend saying Moda Ani in the female tense instead of Moda Ani. I thank you, living an eternal King, for you have returned my soul with compassion. Abundant is your faithfulness. I don't know if you remember, but when we were learning the laws of prayer at the very beginning, I explained that my translation does not fit this really. Abundant is your faithfulness in what? Meaning, do I believe in you more or do you believe in me more? I think that the proper translation is that Hashem, your faithfulness in me is so great, and therefore that gives me this purpose. That gives me that feeling that I can do something with my day, with my life, because you believe in me. And it's something that unfortunately we don't teach our children or friends or students, and I think that that's something that should be taught because it gives the solution to the problem that was mentioned in the previous paragraph. So immediately upon waking up, we say Modani, and that way it restores our faith and restores Hashem's faith in us. Faith gives purpose to life. If God chooses to grant someone life, it means that her existence has great value. Rav Shmuel mentioned recently, I don't remember about who, but somebody's birthday that Hashem saw that the world can't exist without that person for even one more second. And also, I've learned many times that just like there aren't two people who die at the same exact moment, there aren't two people who are born in the same exact moment. I think that even if somebody was with a timer, in one side of the world and the other, and they would say that it's the same second, it's basically like even in the Olympics, it takes them a few milliseconds to press the button, so you can never say that you really was exactly the same second, or millisecond. So from that conviction, one can arise in the morning with enthusiasm and strength. The sages state that one must wake up like a lion because a lion symbolizes one who has self-esteem and self-respect and uses that insight to courageously overcome all obstacles. And I have an opinion about that, which is not really according to Rabbi Melamed, but Rabbi Melamed is correct that the lion does symbolize self-esteem and self-respect. But the one thing about I don't remember what the opposite of laziness is, but lions are usually lazy. It's usually the lioness that goes and hunts. Um, but the lion does courageously overcome the obstacles. So again, it has that perfect combination and complementing each other with the man has to go out and get food, but but the strength that the woman gives and the self respect and etc. is very important. And so we'll stop here, and tomorrow we'll continue with the law of tzniut when it comes to prayer, and open up for questions.